Kryptonian species is evil. And it's like, oh, now we gotta fight evil Superman.
Oh no, not evil Superman.
Except it's only slightly removed because the main character is like Superman's son, essentially. So it's like if Superboy grew up and then his Superman was like, all right, son, you're a hero now. Help me conquer Earth. And he's like, wait, what? And then he's like, yeah, we're going to conquer Earth. That was the plan the whole time. And he's like, Dad, you never mentioned this. And he's like, oh, well, help me conquer Earth. And he's like, no. And then they fight.
I forgot that we left off at the spookiest turret sequence.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Just loading right into it.
It's almost funny the degree to which every horror action game from like 2006 to 2000 and I don't know. 2000 and something. Oh, that guy sees the ghost child.
Gotta watch out for that.
Yeah. But, like, every single one of these games has a horror turret sequence.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing scary about the turret sequence except for the idea that it's going to go on even longer.
You're right.
That's the most frightening thing about being on a turret is you don't know when it's going to end.
Although, honestly...
Is that guy, like, tightrope walking on the rocks over there?
Yeah, because he's trying to get to the ghost child.
Oh, that's silly. Why is he trying to get to the ghost child?
Because he sees the ghost child and she's crying and he's like, I gotta help the ghost child, because that's what...
You don't. That's a bad idea.
But he does. But that's what literally...
You should shoot that guy.
Every other squad mate, except for this lady and the driver, has been like, no, I gotta help the ghost child, and then they get eaten by the ghost.
Your squad seems really bad at staying alive. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad that said objective completed, because at first I thought that was the objective popping up, and I was like, oh god, more turreting. But no, it's fine.
No. But, so I watched a friend of mine stream that second Amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
Which... I don't know. I don't like that first Amnesia. But that second Amnesia seems better than the first one, by virtue of...
It's funny, because a lot of people
really,
really felt the other way.
I know that, but it's like...
But also, I'm with you on that. I think the second one is... It's still not good, because it's an Amnesia game, but it is better.
Because I feel like, because there's less of the dumb resource management that's in the first one.
Oh yeah, infinitely less of that. It's still, I mean, the game is still one of those games, so that's a problem. But, like, it is at least more interesting.
But
it seems like it has a plot.
Yeah.
Whereas the first game was like, oh, you have amnesia, and then the reveal in the first game was like extra-dimensional aliens, and you just torture people to become immortal, because that's how that works, or something. To drink this torture juice, become immortal. Yeah. And your main character was like, oh, I don't like this, I feel bad, I'm gonna drink this amnesia juice, and then he did. And then you have to break a glowing black rock, looks like the sphere from Heavy Metal, but way less cool. It's a whole thing. It's lame.
But basically the
first Amnesia is lame.
Yes. But the point I'm trying to get to here is, I think as much as I dislike the spookiest turret sequence, I would rather have the spookiest turret sequence than Amnesia.
Oh, yeah. Hands down on that.
Why? Who is electrifying?
What was that guy's plan?
I don't know, but also... I didn't realize that the invisible dudes had, like, the shock powers.
They do, apparently. Speaking of shock powers, that Electro thing in the next Spider-Man movie makes way more sense now.
Yeah.
I am kind of excited for that, because what you said is absolutely right. And as soon as they pull the alternate dimension card,
Spider-Man's
Peter's just gonna flip
like,
his shit and
no.
beat someone's ass. And I'm just picturing, like, fucking Tobey Maguire getting chucked out of a window. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I want it to be like a shot-for-shot recreation of that scene from like Spider-Man 2 when he's losing his powers and he just bounces off the wall and falls down the alleyway. It's just that.
I'd be okay with that. I'm gonna be honest, I think I've seen Spider-Man 2 like once.
That's probably, in my opinion, the best of those old Spider-Man movies by a mile. It has Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
See, that sounds great. I've only seen the first one like multiple times, in that I can remember things from the first one.
Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin, all that.
Yeah, and then
the second one had Alfred Molina as Doc Ock.
And yeah, that sounds great.
And at the time that Spider-Man 2 was coming out, I believe, in high school, because I remember being in that art class, but that also could have been like middle school. Either way, the point here is when that was coming out, I was obsessed with that movie and the trailers and the special effects for Doc Ock's tentacle arm things, because I thought it was basically the height of special effects and nothing would ever look better. There was a lot of me like showing people pictures of the poster and being like, look how good this looks. It looks so good. And it did. That said, in retrospect, it turned out not to be the height of special effects.
It turns out, but
it was very good, though.
It was the height of special effects for 2000 and...
I would say that, yes.
I don't know what year that came out. I'm gonna guess 2006?
According to this poster I just found, 2004.
Oh, dang. I was way off.
So that would have been like late middle school, early high school, I believe. Well, July 2nd, 2004. I would have been talking about it, I believe, late in the summer.
I would have been like 9.
That makes sense. To be fair, my enthusiasm for that movie would have made a lot more sense if I was 9. But
also,
in my defense,
I realize now that I said 2006, and I was like, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because the tie-in game came out on like the PS2 and Xbox, and if it was a 06 movie, it would have been a 360 game.
In my defense, look at that poster.
It's a sick poster. Look at Alfred Molina and his cool tentacles.
Yeah. Also, on a completely unrelated note, this other tab I had open.
Oh, that's that lady.
Julia. She's rad and she puts people in headlocks.
Oops. I hit the wrong button.
She is an evil blonde wrestler. I don't know why you would assume that I would be a fan, but...
What? When did I ever say that I thought you would be a fan of the evil blonde?
You naturally did. The second you knew that person existed, you were like, ah.
Like, oh, hey, look, it's Make Me Mad's favorite Japanese
somewhere
lady
subconsciously.
Wrestler.
Subconsciously, you were thinking
it's like her and the stable of Castlevania villains. The Neo Bishiki-gun.
For some reason, I was thinking you meant the actual Castlevania villains from Season 3
Oh,
that are hanging out with Carmilla as a wrestling stable, and that also worked, to be fair.
that also works, but no, I'm talking about actual.
Yes, now I
Yeah,
remember.
with the lady who has the rose, and then apparently has like a weird doctor lackey that gives her opponents drugs because wrestling.
That makes sense. One of the new HoloLive VTubers is a doctor lady who gives you drugs.
Can I ask a really stupid question?
Yes.
What is HoloLive?
Apparently, it is a Japanese company that realized that YouTubing was going to be a big thing, and then was like, man, if only there was some way to combine people's love of anime girls and waifus with YouTubers. Hold on a second. Let's get like face rigging and stuff going, and just make anime avatars for like girls to stream things on YouTube with voice alteration and like face maps to these anime waifus, and then you just play the character online. And now they're rich. They're fucking rich. They're rolling in money.
This checks out.
I give it 30 years before a VTuber is president.
It's time for me to reveal my VTuber self and then get into politics.
Let's not.
Let's not.
My deepest fear is that anyone will ever pay attention to me or my life. I thrive in this mediocre
Obscurity.
what? Yes, that's the term I was looking for. For some reason, my brain was going to notelessness, and that's not a word, but it does get the point across. This lack of notoriety. Are those ghosts or invisible men?
Those are ghosts.
Okay. It's a little hard to tell the difference, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I feel like the only difference that I can tell, like, from a glance is the ghosts will, like, seize, and the uh, ghosty dudes just run at you, or run away from you.
No sign of him. Search downstairs.
Also, I realized at the start of the stream I was like, why is this assault rifle firing so slow? And the answer is, I played too much of the video game I beat before I started streaming of Mass Effect Andromeda, where I had a burst fire, and so to fire it quickly I had to like tap the shoot button. And I was tapping the shoot button going, why am I firing so slow? Oh right, this is not
Mass Effect Andromeda.
This is a much better game than Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, it's weird to think about.
It's weird to think about games that are better than Mass Effect Andromeda.
It's weird to think about the idea of a F.E.A.R game being better than a Mass Effect game.
Fair.
It's still bizarre to me to think back and just remember just how bad Andromeda was. And I played some of Andromeda. I didn't play the whole thing because I'm not stupid, but I played some of it.
You know, like you're 100% right with your assessment there. Also, so my secret is
to be fair, I would have if my computer had not died. Probably, I would have gotten around to playing through the rest of Andromeda, but my computer saved me by dying.
I'm all right.
Also, I say I finished it, and like the credits rolled. I got the achievement for mission complete, and there are technically 2 more story missions, and I was like, no, I'm done.
It's okay. They probably just tie into the non-existent DLC.
I think they do, because like one of them is like you have to appoint like a ambassador for the new galaxy, And then
So
that's kind of it.
that'll probably pay dividends in the sequel.
Oh yeah. And then the other one is
God. Just sorry, I'm just thinking about how crazy it is that Mass Effect Andromeda did so badly they didn't even do DLC for it.
they didn't.
It's so weird.
Imagine a video game that sells so poorly that DLC doesn't happen from such a DLC happy publisher like
I mean,
EA.
speaking of that exact thing, have you heard about that Avengers game?
I heard that the PC version's not doing too hot.
Well, apparently the developers may or may not actually stick to that whole development roadmap of new stuff they were going to put out.
Oh.
Because the player base is, like, gone, and they're doing a patch job to try to, like, fix different problems it has to bring the player base back. And that means pushing all of the new content further and further back, which is causing the player base to leave faster. And yeah, it seems like a serious problem.
I'm sad because the first character they were like, we're adding this is the Hawkeye, the good Hawkeye.
Yeah, and they have
like,
basically said, yeah, there is no ETA on that now.
Well,
so that game might just not get all that extra stuff it was supposed to, in which case I feel like people could probably make a case for some amount of refund happening there. Because the whole point of that game was to be one of those live service things where they just kept adding stuff as it went. So, oh god. This is continuing to be that problem I have with buying games that are not full games yet. That's why I'm avoiding the Baldur's Gate for a while.
Makes the sense.
That Baldur's Gate game does look pretty good, though.
I mean, it's the Divinity people. They make good video games.
They're pretty good at the RPGs, even though I've never finished one of their games ever.
I mean, same, but, you know.
Did you not finish the first Divinity? I thought you did.
Nope.
I remembered you were having some amount of fun being like a telekinetic thief person.
Yes. I got to the second city, and I telekinetic thiefed a little too much. And I ran out of money because I hit a point where it was like,
if you were doing too much thieving, then how did you run out of money?
Because I was buying stuff as well, like buying armor and weapons and stuff, and then I hit a point where like I couldn't buy good enough armor to advance, and it's like, oh, this is a problem.
Well, that sucks. If you were stealing everything in town and somehow still didn't have enough money, then that seems like just bad game design straight up.
The second city of Divinity, that first one, is maybe not the most well-designed thing.
There's one thing I do remember about my time with Original Sin 2, which I recently started trying to, like, maybe I'll replay that, but what I do remember about my first playthrough of that, first attempted playthrough, is a single level difference in gear is a giant difference in damage and armor and whatnot.
I didn't realize that was gonna kill me.
The train.
The train that was falling.
You just watched that happen very slowly.
I did.
Choo choo.
And then I realized, oh, this is gonna kill me a little too late.
Damn you, Thomas.
I feel like relinking that hell cake, but it would be easier just to scroll up and bask in its glory.
Now let's actually run away from the train. How's about?
I don't even know if that actually is a Thomas the Tank Engine cake. That's the closest thing it reminds me of. It's like either that or like a baby burrito or like what?
I feel like there was a children's book with a caterpillar or something that looks like.
Oh, the Very Hungry Caterpillar.
It does not look like the Very Hungry Caterpillar unless they did some horrible genetic experiments on it.
It was the Gritty reboot.
Oh no. Oh. I tried to shoot a laser at the ghost lady and it didn't work.
And do you remember that gritty Bomberman reboot?
Hell yeah.
There.
JP did in fact stream some of that.
No, I never
Oh,
streamed any
God.
of it, but I do have it. So there might be a stream eventually of
No.
Bomberman X Zero.
Okay, I've seen someone stream that game before. Maybe it wasn't you, but are you sure it wasn't?
I'm sure I have not played it yet.
Okay, maybe it was some other internet streamer, like someone I know from California Fighting Games or something.
Maybe. But it definitely was not me yet.
Okay, because I've definitely seen someone streaming that game before.
The aim on that laser gun seems
It's
not centered.
No.
But it is when you fire from the hip, but not when you're aiming.
I noticed that.
Aim down sights was a mistake.
Floofs.
I'm sorry?
Floofs.
Floofs.
It's a fake brand of like fabric softener.
Ah.
Snake Fist 4 Johnson's Revenge. This Thanksgiving evil gets stuffed is a good tagline. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm gonna die.
You should try to avoid that if possible.
Save me, Professor Doctor.
And we haven't even been able to read that hamburger ad yet.
Oh, it says like the clog.
Sure, that's good enough.
Egg, chili, meat, cheese, the clog. From Heart Blast Restaurant.
Oh, yep, there it is. Awesome.
Excuse me. Please stop shooting me with the laser.
That guy got real shiny when you hit him like 5 times with the shotgun.
Yeah.
How is he still alive? Here we go. Jesus.
Auburn Pass. Winter is coming. Wait. When did Game of Thrones happen? And was that before or after Fear 2?
I mean, the book.
The books have been around since the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. The books are old, and I bet somebody on staff here read those.
You're probably
But if we're
right.
talking the TV show, I'm pretty sure this was before that.
This is definitely pre-TV show.
But I mean, like
the TV show didn't start until after like 2010.
I mean, they said
Yeah, the crazy thing is that
they said winter is coming in the books. I assume as well.
Probably. When did the Game of Thrones TV show air? I gotta go look this up. God.
I like that Game of Thrones. Well, the books and Wheel of Time started at roughly the same time. Wheel
Apparently
of Time
the first book
finished
came out in
first. It finished after the author died somehow, and Game of Thrones is still going.
The first Game of Thrones book first Song of Ice and Fire book, which is called Game of Thrones, came out in '96. Right. The series premiered in 2011.
And there's like 13 Wheel of Time books, and I think he's still writing the 6th Fire and Ice book. Is that right?
Not sure.
I know that there's a very funny part of oops, I died. There's a very funny part of Logan Lucky where the people in the prison who have thrown a riot are trying to extract demands from the warden And there's a part where it's like, we can get one of the books, but the other 2 books haven't been written yet. And then one of the prisoners is like, that is bullshit. Someone came in and was talking about the hot chick with the dragons. And it'd be like, the TV show had got farther than the books.
But for the record, yes, it's the last 2 books. The 6th and 7th books he has yet to write.
That's some original Full Metal Alchemist shit right there.
Can't wait for Game of Thrones Brotherhood.
Yeah. Maybe it'll have less like soda and coffee in the background.
Somehow more.
Okay.
So he'll just canonize
sure,
it. He'll just canonize it in the novels.
Sure, just double down. Why not?
Tyrion, have you been to the Starbucks lately?
Tyrion will invent Starbucks.
Hey,
Pepper is coming.
1 mission down, 3 to go.
I feel like getting the achievement with like one of the side characters' names probably means that person's about to die, or like getting an achievement with that person's name is a surefire sign they're pretty much done in the game.
I mean, we got the Snakefist one after he died.
Well, no, you got it in the hallway like right before, because it was actually from meleeing dudes and not actually.
And the mission was named like Snake Fist, right?
Yeah, the mission was named Snakefist, and it ended after he died. I am not shooting this man a lot.
Instead, you should try to shoot him.
I really should, turns out.
Crisis City.
You're not wrong.
Man, remember when fire tornadoes were a fantasy thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I like that the picture they have of George R.R. Martin on the Game of Thrones Wikipedia page is him, like, smirking at the camera, like, smiling in a way that makes me feel like he is laughing about how he will never finish the books. It's just
I can see that.
This smug smirk.
Oops. I do appreciate that this is an insanely powerful sniper rifle that, like, shoots people in half.
That is cool. You gotta hit him, though.
Yeah. Also, that guy didn't get shot in half. That second guy I shot.
That is the face of a man who knows he will never finish writing his book series. But he's rich anyways.
Y'all idiots already paid me. That's what he's saying. Cool hat, though.
Whatever. As long as he doesn't become J.K. Rowling.
Oops. Not the right button. Snake Fist 4. I'm in slow motion. Oh, that's what it was trying to get me to look at, but I was too distracted by this man in the corner that I missed the giant robot coming to make my day very sad. Whoops. And then I died. I've died more in this stream than I've died over the entire course of the rest of F.E.A.R 2.
Yep, you're getting to the end of the game.
You're right.
In theory.
Do. Let's try this again. And this time, my hot strategy is to actually look at the robot coming in that murders me.
I mean, that'll probably help, but you should also maybe avoid the part where it hurts.
You're right. Okay. Nope. There are a lot of dudes in this theater. Okay. See, I'm just going to use this pulse weapon, because that seems like the thing to do. Turns out that was the thing to do. Hey. No.
Oh, I'll be back momentarily.
Oh man, this movie looks so real. Whoop. Hey, buddy. Ah, ghost lady.
Looks like we're gonna have to circle around quite a ways to get to Still Island. The bridge is out on the main road.
Do I get the robot? Do I get to get back in the robot? I want to get in the robot, but...
Repairs complete.
Yeah, robots. Television does not seem very useful in the daytime. Big robot. Oops. Stop shooting me with big nonsense. Oh boy. Also, hello. Static? Hang on.
Damn it, we still can't find a way through. There's too much rubble. We must be getting close to the epicenter of the explosion.
We must be getting close to the end of F.E.A.R 1. This does look kind of like the hallway at the end of F.E.A.R 1. Oh, there's that guy. Fall damage. Turns out the end of F.E.A.R 1 was a bad time.
Hello, I'm back.
And hey, you're just in time for the penultimate mission, I think.
Oh, yeah.
We
Reach the Still Island facility.
we discovered that the end of F.E.A.R 1 was a bad time for everyone involved.
Oh,
There's a giant hole in the city where the end of F.E.A.R 1 used to be.
I mean, that makes sense. The nuke did go off.
It's not even. It was like a ghost.
Or like a
nuke.
reactor.
It was a ghost reactor.
You opened the containment chamber.
I did. With the EPA, this needs to stop. You ever think about the fact that the villain in, well, like the non-ghost villain in that first Ghostbusters movie is the EPA?
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked
Well,
up.
because they're trying to shut down enterprise and startup business over a silly thing like environmental concerns. It's ridiculous.
The replica soldier is the ultimate warrior. It puts the rocket fuel in the spaceships and hates the gays. Standard PMC prices is an alarming sentence that I bet they thought sounded hilarious back in whenever this came out, and then
Not really. This would have been knee deep in the Iraq War.
Fair. Release date of Telesthetic Commander pending. Pre-order your commander today.
I mean, hell, there was Iraq War games on the original Xbox.
Shit, was there?
Full Spectrum Warrior?
I thought that was like a historical thing. No, I'm thinking of those bad History Channel games. Never mind.
Anyway, the point is, forever wars, they're great, and fought by, in some cases, PMCs.
Maintenance Center, still island facility. Please exercise caution while the tram is in motion.
And that Onion headline is literally true now. Make Me Mad retweeted a few days ago about son patrolling same path in Afghanistan as father, or something to that extent.
Oh yeah, son excited to take over father's old Afghanistan patrol route.
Yep. I don't know if they're literally on the same patrol routes, but literally that is a thing that's happening now with the children of Afghanistan vets.
Going to Afghanistan themselves.
Yep.
You can't really understand your father until you experience the same PTSD on the same road. Same horrifying IED-based trauma.
Man, this is literally insane that, like, when you press the left trigger on the laser, like,
It's so far off from where the center of the screen is.
like, it literally just zooms in. Like, that's...
Yeah, that feels like a bug. Well, it just means what I always said remains true. Firing from the hip is the way to go.
At least if you have lasers.
Yeah.
I shot that man in the ankle and he exploded.
High blood pressure.
He's been eating the clog.
He has.
It's America's favorite.
These guys are all bulked up like fucking robot from Slave Zero. It's a very distinctive look. Also, man, remember Slave Zero?
Barely, but I watched Jeff play it somewhat recently.
The name sounds familiar, but aside from that, no, I actually don't.
It's
That
a
was a
weird
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast third-person shooter robot game where you were a giant robot, you run around a futuristic city, you could pick up and throw cars, there were a bunch of weird weapons.
And it was like
was
Egyptian
fun.
themed, I think.
Was it? Man, I don't even remember that shit.
That's what I got out
Oh,
of
is
the
it?
Jeff
Is that
stream.
like a sequel to that first-person shooter? No, it wouldn't be because
No.
it's robots. There was like some Egyptian-y first-person shooter on Saturn.
Maybe that's what Jeff played. I
Was
don't
it
remember.
Egyptian? I don't remember anything about that game being Egyptian themed.
There was some recent Jeff stream where he played some weird Saturn or Dreamcast shooter.
Obstruction detected.
Yep, there are a lot of those.
Oh no, the train is exploding a little bit. Do I need to, like,
Scored better.
cross over? No?
Tram reorientation in progress.
Oh, Slave Zero, also available on Steam and GOG.
Great.
Yeah, I think Power Slave is the Dreamcast game I'm thinking of.
Power Slave is what Jeff played.
I'm sorry, not Dreamcast, Saturn. That's the
That's
Saturn one.
yes, which I think is vaguely Egyptian themed.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
That would be the one.
Video game names that are similar are the worst.
Power Slaves is set in and around the ancient Egyptian city of Karnak in the late 20th century.
Sorry, did you say the ancient? Did you say the ancient Egyptian city of Karnak?
Yes.
Great.
I like that I put in Power Slave in the first Wikipedia article that came up.
Oh, it's the band.
Going to be the Iron Maiden album.
Yeah. Or the yeah. No, I'm thinking of Audio Slave. Jesus.
Yes. Why are you thinking of Audio Slave, you fool?
Today in GBP4A, we get every game wrong.
We get all of them wrong. Also, what's wrong with Audio Slave? It's got the
Nothing.
It's got the guy
My dad
from
listened to a lot of Audio Slave.
Just the slavery.
Pretty fair. But it's got the guy
Well, see,
the
the
guy
sound is
from
enslaved, though. Wait, is the sound what's enslaved, or are they a slave to the sound? How does that work?
I don't know, but this I think the singer from Soundgarden is the singer of Audio
I
Slave,
believe so.
who committed suicide somewhat recently. How,
I didn't actually know that.
how do I evacuate this tram?
Usually by getting off of it.
Oh, there we go.
Just jump.
I've
Pick
evacuated.
a side and leap. These brakes are squealing. You've evacuated the blue tram. I'm assuming you'll probably have to evacuate more trams by the time this mission's over.
I'm assuming you are correct. Oh, I died. That's one way to evacuate the tram. Just die.
Structural failure imminent. Evacuate forward car.
I guess I started from having evacuated, or did I start from having evacuated the forward car, or am I still on the forward car? The world may never know. I was not paying close enough attention to that objective thing when I respawned.
I can't believe you.
Can't believe I didn't pay attention to the big text on the screen. I know.
Warning. Coupling device damaged. Re-establish system control at control panels on forward car. Evacuate rear car.
Whoop. Oh no, the ghost lady has taken control of the trams and not me.
But ghosts can't drive.
That's what you think.
It's fine though, because crashing was apparently not a problem.
Turns out. Oh, there's that guy. Oh, there he goes. He's having a bad time with the ghosts.
He's having a better time than some people, apparently.
I mean, he's lasted a lot longer than other people who are like, oh, I see a tiny child, I gotta go help him.
And they just evaporate or whatever the fuck. That one guy just got pulled down a hallway. It's still a fairly inconclusive death scene to that guy.
Hey, guy. Hey. Quit your teleporting. Hey, hold the elevator. Why would you do this? Uh... Do. Oh, oh. Oh no, that's an invisible man. That's not a ghost. I feel like that's the other way that you can tell when they're invisible and not a ghost, is when they become uninvisible and attack you.
That is usually a good sign. That is a fair indicator that man might be a real man.
And then I will turn him into a ghost by shooting him with
Oh, that'd be
bullets.
fucked up, wouldn't it? If you just shot the guy to death and then immediately his ghost jumped up and attacked you.
Oh, that'd be really messed up. Except also now I want that to be... Well, I mean, like, that's basically just, like, that one enemy type in Hades, but...
Yeah, the dude's in Elysium.
Yeah.
Except their ghost doesn't attack you, it just runs away like a coward. And it's basically just the same mechanic from Transistor with the cells.
Yeah. Oh, that was not the way to go. That was wrong, in fact.
Yeah, that was death, I think, or close to
No,
it.
I'm
fine.
I'm still alive. I'm unhappy
The
about
screen
it.
turned red, and I thought you were just dead. No, you're fine. Oh no, more Invisible Man. I question the logic in just appearing and screaming at you and then being shot to death a bunch.
Hey, you know,
But I guess as long as it's unnerving you, then,
it's spooking.
are serving their purpose. Speaking of unnerving, how about old man Sylvester Stallone voice coming out of young Rambo model?
I haven't actually watched the
Ah,
trailer
it's
for
so
it.
good though, because the trailer is just kind of there, and then Rambo just appears, and old Sylvester Stallone voice is coming out, and it's like, ugh.
I
The
did.
leaks were true.
I did see Alex tweet a funny about like Rambo from Mortal Kombat, but it just says like this this is dedicated to all the Mujahideen soldiers.
Right.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh no, Ghost Man is not thrilled about me trying to help him.
It's funny how literally just launching some games will cause my PS4 fans to like spin the hell up.
Yeah, you know. I died.
Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, one of those games.
That seems weird, but I'm not a optimization expert.
Also, I haven't played it, but I hear God of War was another one that could put those PS4s through a blender.
Develop a smart pill like fucking that movie with Bradley Cooper. That got turned into a very odd TV show that did not have Bradley Cooper in it. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. The guy's such a jerk. He does not hold the elevator for anyone. You know what? I will admit that time the invisible guy did spook me because I forgot. And I was just like, I'm just gonna run ahead, and then oh no!
I mean, if you just include enough invisible enemies, at some point one of them will get you.
Very true. I think this is the one I want to lower, and then oh, it's like, why am I moving so slow? I accidentally hit the slow down time button. Yep.
It certainly is an underground lab full of invisible guys.
Remember that part of F.E.A.R. 1? There was an underground lab full of invisible guys.
Yeah. I wonder if this is explicitly supposed to be a callback or if they're just that unoriginal.
I'd say I guess we'll find out in F.E.A.R. 3, but that was a different team.
Guy does not want you to come to that weird wherever.
To the tree dimension.
You don't have a lot of ammo.
I really don't.
You should slow-mo kick a guy. Wait, you can't kick. Damn it.
I found a kick while you were away. Oh, no.
Aha! How do you kick?
You jump in melee.
Oh, I asked you what happened if you jumped in melee. You said you just swung your gun.
Sometimes you just swing your gun. And
You're
then
a
sometimes you
liar.
kick. See, that time I swung my gun. That time I kicked.
Maybe you got a melee on the way up.
I think that might be what it is.
I just want like a first-person game like this to have complicated button inputs to pull off different melee attacks, but not actually mention it at all.
Isn't that like
Just
how?
like, just
Isn't that like how Xenoclash works?
maybe, but that's explicitly like a melee game. I mean, like I
Yeah.
want there to be a Call of Duty or a Battlefield game
Where you
where
just
if you
have
do the
a
right motion, you
Hadoken.
just throw a Hadoken. Yeah. How cool would that be if you just never learned that until like the end of the game or something? It's like you're just playing Call of Duty, but if you do the stick in the right direction and hit the right buttons, you do a Raging Demon.
It's like Mega Man X, except you don't even have to unlock it. Just one hit kills everything.
Just have it be like the spells from Symphony of the Night, where they're there and you just don't know. But if you know, you can just do it. I forget, is there anything in Symphony of the Night that actually tells you how to do those spells?
Yes.
You can buy books from the librarian.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if he has them for every single spell, but I think at least most of them.
Okay.
Obstruction detected.
I know there's an obstruction detected. Ow.
Obstruction cleared. Safety lockdown disengaged. Tram online.
Get out of my
So many
way.
dudes.
There's so many dudes. But I mean, we
I mean, I
gotta
get
be.
it, it's the end of the game.
We gotta be getting close to the end that people are so what? That man's flying. Oh, I guess he was on a ladder. But he was shooting from a ladder. That seems dangerous.
It's not really how you stand on a ladder while you're shooting, but okay.
Or he was just flying. Could it
I
just
do
be...
kind of like these guys' big, beefy, armored up designs.
Yeah.
It's a good look. They remind me of like generic robot minions or something from an old 90s comic book.
I
There's
can
something
see
about
that.
the smooth shoulder and head plate thing. They have a distinct look about them. Reminds me of the kind of random minion you'd see in a Rob Liefeld comic looking for Hydra or something.
Tram activated. En route to Still Island facility.
Alright.
Tram entering confined space. Exercise extreme caution.
You know me, all about extreme caution.
I was digging through Halford's data on the way here and found a recorded report on Alma. You should hear it.
Alma Wade was 8 years old when they put her in the vault. Her own father stuck her in a suspension tank in an induced coma, knowing she'd probably never wake up again. Well, she did. Right after she gave birth to the first prototype. She was 15.
Ugh.
The second prototype was born a year later. She woke up for that one too. She didn't like them taking her babies away from her. A few years after that, they decided she was becoming too dangerous. When they realized she was influencing the second prototype's actions, even though she was completely unconscious and locked away deep underground in a telesthetic suppression field. So they turned off her life support and sealed up the facility. Just left her to drown in amniotic fluid
And she became a ghost!
People can just refuse to die. Harlan Wade was right. We make our own monsters, and they come back to haunt us.
I feel like ghost things are happening somewhere, because the lighting got all orange, but I don't see the ghost things. Oh, there we go. Oh, now we're back in the real life.
Still Island Facility.
Who's doing the info dump, by the way?
Snake Fist.
The other guy?
No,
Oh,
that was Snake Fist.
was it an audio log, or was Snake Fist talking to you from beyond the grave?
It was an audio log.
Damn.
Ah!
I wish it was Ghostly Snake Fist.
Ghost Lady.
Jump kick the Ghost Lady. Aw, crates. This is an insurmountable obstacle.
Apparently it is.
Yeah, you can't get past crates. Are you crazy?
Whoa! Ghost Lady. Why?
I feel like this must be approaching the ending now.
I mean...
Oh no! Right. How many missions do you still technically have left?
The rest of this one, and then one more.
Okay then. You're rapidly approaching the actual ending of F.E.A.R 2.
It's apparently nuts.
It's something. Ah, Ghost Lady. Chill.
Let me ride this elevator in peace. Oh, okay, there is one more mission.
Alright, final mission time.
Yep.
Alright. This is exciting.
You're just excited because I legitimately have no idea what's going to happen.
Well, that, and because I do know what's going to happen, and I know what's going to happen in the game. I have no idea what's going to happen outside of the game. I will say that this is why I was earlier mentioning that the people who made these games obviously had some amount of subtlety to their writing.
Take her back to the vault.
You know, they have restraint, I believe is the word I used.
That is what you said.
Just keep that in mind.
I'm ready for that patented monolith restraint. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. Oh, hey, there's the tree. It's the ghost tree with the swing that they stole the little girl from.
I'm inside. Looks like someone was here recently, but I haven't seen anyone so far.
Stokes, we've got movement. Lots of movement.
Hold them off as long as you can, but don't take any chances. If it gets too hot, I want you to get out of here.
I'm not leaving you, Lieutenant.
You'll do as you're told.
Bullshit. You can court-martial me if we come out of this alive.
Man's accent
Beckett, I sure
went
hope you're
all
well.
over the place in those lines of dialogue. Oh, hello.
Target acquired.
I was really hoping this final mission was just going to be like the
The
end of the
ending?
game.
I was kind of hoping that as well.
I got more worried when she was like, "Oh, we got lots of movement." I was just like, "Oh
How are you
no."
holding up?
Well, they don't seem very coordinated. It's definitely not an organized attack. More like they're all just showing up separately.
Oh, that's that guy. How did I miss you twice, sir?
It's a good thing this isn't like a coordinated attack. Instead, the enemies are just showing up one after the other, almost like in some kind of waves. Convenient, that. Otherwise, they would all just, like, charge at once and shoot you.
Yeah, that'd be really unfortunate. Hello? Is that it?
Maybe that's it. Maybe this was a significantly shorter survival thing than I thought it was going to be.
Maybe it's 2 waves.
I was really expecting him to drop one of those dumb robots on you and everything. I was expecting this to be the big final showdown where they just throw everything at you.
There is, in
But
fact,
maybe it's
more.
over. Damn it.
Shot that man in the dick, though.
Good work.
There's also a bunch of fun, like, ominous chanting in the soundtrack.
Oh, good.
I don't. Why'd that explode? Oh.
You were a bad motherfucker, I'll tell you that.
It's me, a bad motherfucker.
Right through here. Damn it. Hey, Stokes. The panel must have taken a hit in the fight. Can you open this door from where you are?
I think so. Give me a minute.
Stokes, make it quick.
Looks like we've got some late arrivals at the party.
Beckett, get on the turret and see what you can
Oh
do.
boy, spooky turret sequence round 2. I like that the ominous chanting has now been replaced by butt rock.
Yeah. Gotta go dinner. Unfortunately, I'll probably miss the ending, but if not, I'll be back.
You'll hear about it. At least it is a very powerful turret.
Yeah. It does seem to be shooting explosions.
It's a good thing. You want to do that if you can, in my experience.
I got plenty for all of you.
Well, funny enough, this reminds me of the turret from that one Rambo movie. Not the last one, but I think the one before that, or maybe the one before that. There was one where he was depressed and sad and like helping people in Cambodia, maybe?
Make me mad.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a Rambo movie.
That's fair. I've only seen like 2.5 Rambo movies. And it was the first one, the last one, and then some of, I think, the one before the last one.
Is that the one that was called, like, John Rambo?
See, that's the thing. I don't remember which Rambo movie is which. I don't know how many there were exactly. Let me go to Wikipedia and find the Rambo series. Rambo. The Rambo franchise. So there was First Blood,
Yep.
First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, Rambo, and then Rambo Last Blood.
Okay.
Understood, Lieutenant.
So I have seen First Blood, Last Blood, and then some of Rambo. And it was Burma.
Good luck, man.
There's a point where he had a big dumb turret in that movie, and he just fires it, and it's just like a solid like 3 minutes of people just exploding into like ludicrous gibs. Or jibs, as some people call them.
Weird people.
Interval 7.
Union.
He's going straight into Evil Within 2.
Over here! Man, it's good to see you.
Hey, what's up, lady?
I didn't know
It's Stokes.
Alfred wasn't sure what will happen when Alma shows up. I hope it's not one of those horror movie things where she reads your mind and uses your deepest fears against you. That would suck. Whatever happens, I just
Did that other guy not come with you?
No, he's just hanging out.
Also, it looked like you just slapped that button with the sniper rifle.
I probably did.
So I hope it's not one of those horror movie things where they read your deepest fears and use them against you.
Oh, not spiders.
No, it's that fucking desert snake that has a tail that's also a spider.
No, that sounds...
Did you see that shit?
No, that sounds terrible. I don't want to see
bad.
that.
Hold on. There's a snake that's tail has evolved to have like spider-like appendages on it to look like a spider that it then hides, like just curls up like rocks to hide itself, and then waves its tail around to attract birds, and then the snake head bites you.
I don't like that.
It's real bad.
The Snake Fist Limiter! It's not actually called the Snake Fist Limiter, but it should be.
Go ahead and cycle the airlock.
Oh, now we're ditching... Oh no, we are not ditching the lady.
But yeah, I only just recently discovered that particular snake exists, and fuck that. That's terrible. Why would nature do this?
Once we're inside, I'll need to make sure everything's set up the way Snake thinks.
Insert that Eric Andre show bit here.
You can power up the amplifier.
You gotta power up the amplifier. You gotta give yourself the big psychic juice so that you can fight Alma's big psychic juice.
Gotta go through all these loading screens.
Crawl through this microwave hallway. Except instead of doing anything actually painful, it's just taking time.
The most painful thing.
Stand clear of doors.
Beckett, power up the amplifier.
Did you make it?
Maybe?
I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like the amplifier, all right. It's big, glowy.
It's a
event
big,
horizon.
crazy time bubble.
According to Snake Fist, it'll take a few minutes to reach full power.
It's according to Snake Fist. Thanks, Snake Fist.
Get in the chair and I'll strap you in.
Oh, that... I don't want to strap myself into the creepy chair.
In Snake Fist we trust.
This seems like a bad idea.
No, you strap yourself into the chair so that you're completely helpless, and then it'll power up your psychic juice. And then, whenever that's over, you can fight Alma with your big dumb psychic energy. Oh, hey, that lady's here.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Without Alma,
You gotta stop Alma.
you leverage. Without
Well,
leverage,
that lady's got a gun and does not look too good.
I can't believe this. The city's a smoldering ruin, and you're worried about your fucking resume.
Oh, they're gonna lock you in the amplifier.
We're doing this Halford's way. We're gonna kill this bitch.
Whoop!
I'm sorry it came to this. I really am. I'm not a bad person. I just don't have a choice.
Why would you say we're gonna kill her before you pulled your gun and shot? That's a terrible idea.
Well, no, I think she was saying we're gonna kill the ghost lady, not her.
Oh, okay. But then also she pulled her gun.
Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, ghost lady?
You have a date with Destiny, TFP. You
Oh,
ready for the ending of F.E.A.R 2?
maybe.
Spoilers, you're not.
Hey, ghost lady.
And now you're stuck in this chamber with the ghost lady.
But no, oh,
Why doesn't she want me?
hi.
All right, time for your final boss fight.
Oh boy. Is this just that guy from earlier?
Yes.
But as a
Just
ghost?
that guy.
I kept this pulse weapon because Snake Fist gave it to me, thinking like, oh, it's going to be super useful for like the final boss, and boy, does it not seem very useful for the final boss.
Maybe you just gotta wait for the right moment to use it, or I don't know. He is disappearing when you shoot it, so maybe that's a good sign. I can't tell if it's actually really hitting him though. Maybe if you shoot it near him, the explosion will like.
Maybe I'm not supposed to actually. I'm just supposed to go for the switches and not actually.
Maybe.
Oh, get out in the way. Because this seems to be moving the
plot.
Yeah.
Oh, now there's multiple people, I think. Or
Yeah, there were
that guy.
There were multiple of that guy, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems to just be run up and hit the switches, I guess.
I don't like the cutaways, or the implication of the cutaways.
What don't you like about the implication?
It looks like the ghost lady is just having a good time.
Yeah. Welcome to the end of F.E.A.R 2. Hey, TFP, do you remember anything about the plot of F.E.A.R 3?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I don't like these noises either.
Well, too bad.
Did we just fuck the ghost to death?
No.
Did the ghost fuck me to death?
No. Also no. You're wrong, but only in the to death part.
Oh.
Because now you're stuck in the chair.
This seems like an issue.
Well, you're just
Oh,
in the chair.
lordy, that happened quick. I don't think that's how pregnancy works, Monolith.
Well, I mean, also she's a ghost.
The controller's rumbling in weird ways. No! Don't call that mission climax.
Yeah! I was really hoping you wouldn't see that ahead of time in the guide. You completed the 7th interval, TFP. Union.
With its final mission climax.
Yeah. F.E.A.R 2!
F.E.A.R 2.
Oh.
That's an ending.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was like, oh man, you don't know about how F.E.A.R 2 ends.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Most people didn't. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
F.E.A.R 2.
So how do you feel? How do you feel?
You know what? This is a better game than F.E.A.R 1.
That is true.
This is a decent video game in general.
Uh-huh.
That ending's out there.
How do you feel about the restraint of the F.E.A.R writers?
I don't think they have very much restraint.
You don't think that the final boss sequence being like paranatural cuckolding a dude while having a boss fight and shooting a man in the head while also begging Ghost Lady that he's like, oh, why doesn't she want me?
Also,
uh-huh.
So they mentioned that like Point Man and Paxton Fettle happened were born when Ghost Lady was like 15 multiple times. How old is Ghost Lady now?
Well, she's a ghost, so yeah, and also like their Paxton Fettle and Point Man are both grown up, so I don't know. I don't know how ghost aging works. You contact the Afterlife legal department and ask them what the
Age of
fucking
consent is in the afterlife.
yeah. These are questions I can't answer. But yeah, I was going to mention that a big part of the plot of Fear 3 is that Alma's pregnant the whole time.
Oh, good.
That's why I was wondering if you remembered it, because I was like,
nope.
Yeah. Yep.
So, do you want to know what I remember about Fear 3? I played it once for an hour. And I had to stop because there was a consistent whine in the background of the video game that just consistently gave me headaches.
Oh, well, I hope that's not there this time.
I also hope that.
But, like, if it is, it's just Fear 3.
This seems like the one you want to play. If you know what I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah.
That'll do it for us from Fear.
That's it. It's the end.
That's the end.
Oh, I missed it. I gotta catch the archives.
Oh boy, do ya. And on that bombshell, good night, everybody. Stop playing this
Good night,
intro.
everybody.